wrestled some of the top level guys and stuck with them pretty good. I beat some guys during the year who actually did really well at state and realized that might be on to something. The year was we entered just planning on going as hard as we can and doing as well as we can, but I wasn't expecting a whole lot, and just worked out every day and found a weight class that I like. I started out the year at 113, cut down to 106, and I was in here every day in the morning before a meet, cutting weight with my brother, and just got in a lot of long, hard reps with him, and started to really like it. Found my athleticism for it. Found out I was probably pretty well suited for it. Yeah, it feels good to do what I did, knowing that the development that I sought after and achieved, not just as a wrestler, but I came along as a person too. And those kind of accomplishments don't come without that. It's really cool. They had a fresh coach just this past season coming from NC State.
Oh.
And he just called me one day. I don't know where he got my number or whatever it was, but he introduced himself and we got to talking. That first phone call was mainly me asking him about how he wants to run the program and all the logistics of what his goals are, how he wants to do summer lifting, all that jazz, because I want to get a feel for it. And I liked what I heard, and I was not at all sold yet, because I wasn't even thinking about BV, I was thinking about Co and Air Force and UNI. And I visited all of them and got in the room with everybody and got more familiar with all my situations, and other programs got crossed off, and BV stayed and came down to BV and Co at the end. And it was tough, but I felt good about BV. I know that at Buena Vista he has a big plan because they've been down in the dumps these last few years, and he's got a plan. I'm looking forward, and I'm excited to be a part of a rising program. I am big into off-season development, so that was key, looking at how they want to work out in the off-season, what their plans are, practice schedules, lifting plans, and also the coaching staff. I want to have guys that know what they're talking about, and he does. He won state in Pennsylvania a couple times as a high schooler, and wrestled for NC State, so he's an expert, and he's about my size too, so we can wrestle around. And other than that, just the room, which their room's not very developed as far as level of athletes, but he's gotten a recruit that came with him from North Carolina, and I've wrestled around with him a little bit, and me and him will be practice partners, and that'll be good. As far as the decision went, it was between Co and BV. Co's really at the top of their game. I mean, they're not winning national titles right now, but they're placed in the top 5 the last however many years. They're one of the powerhouses in the nation, and BV is really quite low, and it was a question of whether or not I want to come into a program that's already at the top, or if I want to get a program to the top. Found out my choice. There's a Tri-Center wrestler from a couple years ago, Darian Earlbeck, and well, there's Emma Conkler runs track up there, and Lacey Voke plays basketball. So yeah, there's some familiar faces, and it's got a lake on campus. It's only an hour from home. A lot of cool things about BV. It'll be nice. We'll be wrestling 149.
Feel pretty comfortable there?
Not yet.
Where are you at right
I'm
now?
gonna have a good summer. I'm probably between 150 and 155 right now, so I got to put on some weight, but I will. It's gonna be a good summer. You could take, as far as matches you want back, you look at my freshman year, I lost to Megan Black, and was one match away from placing, and you could take any of my state matches, any of them, where I just didn't get what I wanted from those, and that hurts, but there were a lot of really special matches. You can look at any finals match in a tournament where I came out on top. Those are really memorable, really cool. Couple, my junior and senior year Audubon finals were both a against a pretty good opponent and ended up pinning them both. So, and that was cool.